Alrighty. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Hope you're all doing well. Happy Thursday. Can't believe it's Thursday already. Hopefully we get some more price action that's in our favor this week. I'm sorry, today. This week has been doing very well, sort of on a good win streak for the past week or two now. So I am sort of expecting price at some point to start stalling out. We cannot keep a nice trend forever. When I say a nice trend, I don't necessarily mean, oh, it's been easy trades or oh, it's just been going higher, just been going lower. I just mean the general direction and the general feel of the market, like how we're able to read it and conceive it and then sort of like execute on it. So, what I'd like to see on gold is we'll start with gold. Is definitely going to be this 15-minute supply zone up here. So, this zone up here, 42.14, I've been watching this one since yesterday. So yesterday, markets opened all the way down here. Well, actually, I've been watching this one since Tuesday. Wednesday, we were all the way down here. A whole no trade area. Look how choppy gold was yesterday. I'm glad we stayed out of it. We traded NQ yesterday, or QQQ. At this point, what I said yesterday was we might chop our way back higher towards that supply zone and then reject. So that's what I'm going to be looking for today on gold. I want to see if we could sort of chop higher, which is exactly what we're doing so far. And look at this. Now we're on that leg to run up there. So what I'm looking for is to see, can we look bullish on gold short term right here, extremely short term right here, and then go reject near 42.13. 42.13 is still pretty far away. It's all the way up here. Not much volume over there. There's no passive seller there or anything, so it's not confirming that level just yet, but I will just be patient for this. We could also check market and just see how the data is looking, or the fundamentals are looking on gold right now. Gold futures rebound slightly after sharp sell-off amid profit-taking and easing geopolitical tension. So easing geopolitical tensions brings uncertainty away from gold. Gold futures rode modestly, blah blah blah, recovering from a steep 6-7 intraday drop earlier this week. The recent volatility follows a 50% plus rally this year, driven by safe haven demand amid geopolitical tensions and expectations of a Fed rate cut. Profit-taking, a strong U.S. dollar, and signs of easing U.S.-China trade tensions have tempered gold's momentum, while key support near 4,000 remains critical for stability. Yeah, 4,000 down here. I'd like to see 4,000 today. Like to see us below 4,000. So this is what's really moving gold to the downside. We could check it over here, actually. Gold sentiment is influenced by a combination of profit taking. So we have profit taking 40%, extensive profit taking following 50% rally. Again, a lot of people long-term investments. Yo, good morning, Brandon. Yeah, we'll go over NQ. We'll go over NQ too. We'll do gold right now, and then we'll do NASDAQ. Hey, what's up, Adonis? Good morning, bro. Geopolitical easing. Again, this is an actual factor. In my opinion, when I read profit taking on gold or anything, profit taking should not result in this strong of a move. I suppose that's okay, but the continuation after, that's what's unappealing, right? We do not want to see continuation. If it's profit taking, it should sort of look something like we've been seeing on gold, where we'll have a red day after a handful of green days. These are profit taking candles, right? Because we continued after. Now at this point, we had a major sell-off, about 6-7% to the downside. We had another continuation day there, and now we can mark out our previous day high. And we can see, and hopefully look to see, let's see now. Previous day high is sitting right there. My supply zone is up here, so 42.13. I'm still looking for a rejection off of that. We could check other time frames just to make sure we're not missing any other supply zones in that area. I did have a demand zone right here on the 30-minute that we broke. So that's also an area of resistance. 45-minute, 90-minute, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour. I'm just chopping it up real quick to see if there's anything in there, and there's really not. So we'll be watching that 15-minute for supply. If we can manage to break above it, let's see. If we can manage to break above, I'll look for a retest long. It's the only way I'm going long today on gold. Other than that, if we stay within this area, the no trade zone on gold. Alright guys, now that we looked at gold, seeing what's going on over there, let's take a look at the NASDAQ. Now, first thing I am going to do is, I'm sure you guys see some indicators on my chart, and usually I don't use indicators. Let's get rid of some of these old zones. So I'm actually going to turn them off for now. It's actually just one indicator, well, two, VWAP, which is this blue line, and then the Edgefill Ultimate Reversal Setup. This basically marks out previous New York session high and low, but the main two levels it marks out is the midnight opening retracement level and the gap fill level. So those two levels, when they line up close together like this, they become a high probability target. So on NQ, at NASDAQ opens in about 20 minutes, if we open somewhere below these two levels, I might look to see if we could sweep or come near our previous day low, find a reversal entry, and take it targeting those price levels. I do want to see also bullish target on NASDAQ on Market AI is 25,200. So we can move this higher, now 25,200. Oh, by the way, if we put it back lower, yesterday when we opened, we hit our market target to the downside. The market targets are pretty nice, man. 25,200. The upside. And let's see. Downside 24,750. 24,750. All the way down here. What we can do is we can just double click it, go to coordinates, and 24,750. Perfect. So now what I'll also do is ultimate reversal setup that I was showing you guys just before. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to settings and go to visibility, and I'm going to turn it off on every time frame except for the 5-minute, because when I'm day trading on the 5-minute, yes, I want to know where those price levels are, but if I'm doing my time frame analysis on like the 15-minute and higher, well, if I have too many indicators, it's going to get too noisy and I won't be able to really read the chart correctly. So we're going to hit OK on that, and then once I go to, you guys see the indicator now, see it now, and same with VWAP. If I go to visibility, it's 14 minutes and less, so that means if I go to 15 minutes and higher, it's not shown. So ready? Boom, indicator's gone, clean chart. Without having to turn them on and off each time. Very helpful trading view tip. So let's see, right now what I'm looking for is to see if we do have any demand down here. If we did not create any demand, then what I would most likely be looking for is going to be a sell, or not a sell, I'll be looking for a sweep of this previous day low. And then a reversal after that. That's what I would look for a possible buy side target. And we would still be looking to target the midnight opening price and the gap fill. But we really need to make sure and see where NASDAQ opens, because if we open on top of this gap fill price right near 25,043, then this trade setup's sort of out the window. But let's see. 15-minute, 30-minute. Good morning, everybody. Let's see. Perfect. We have a 30-minute demand. That's what I'm looking for. So now I'm no longer looking for a sweep, I'm looking for demand, because demand will help us support a higher low. You guys understand? So if we didn't have a demand zone, I look for a sweep, for a liquidity sweep and a push higher, possible reversal. Now though, because we have a demand zone, what we're looking for is continuation. We're looking for, hey, we started moving higher here, came back, higher low, pulling back. Can we create now, push up, a higher low, and then a higher high, right? So what we're looking for is a long position on NASDAQ inside this demand zone targeting the next market level. Are those Edgefill indicators available for anyone? Nah, I think they're just available if you have the Edgefill platform. I could see, I'll write a note over here, and I'll see what I can do about finding like the same ones, but more general for anybody to use. There should be, let's see. I mean, I know Lux Algo's got tons of indicators. So if you wanted the sessions one, you would just click indicators, look up sessions, and then Lux Algo sessions is the one you're going to do. The ultimate reversal setup, I don't know. There's not going to be one of those. But if you look up, let's see, like gap fill strategy, sessions gap fill, right there, sessions gap fill Lux Algo. So yeah, they do have Lux Algo versions of it for sure. What else? Midnight opening retracement. midnight open right here. Because you got our ICT midnight right there. Because you got to remember too, these aren't just Edgeful didn't create these strategies. These strategies are traded throughout the whole world. So there's going to be other indicators for it. Edgeful just so happens to have their own. So that's what I'm looking for on NASDAQ today, guys. I do want to check on the VIX, and I also want to look at the weighted index. Now, for those of you who don't know what the weighted index is, the weighted index is a combined stock of Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, and Google. I used to use this one though. Where is it? This one right here. It's a little bit more detailed because we're looking at specific amounts of shares being measured, right? So we're looking at a weighted Microsoft of 8.5 shares, 8.18 shares of Apple, 7.5 shares of Nvidia, 5 shares of Amazon, 4.5 of Meta, and then I think, what is it, 6.3 of AVGO? I don't know if I want that one on there anymore. I feel like AVGO doesn't do much for us. Let's see. Let's do some comparison. Let's see how we traded yesterday versus this weighted index. If it gave us any significance. So you guys see how the weighted index down here reflects the NQ very well. Almost perfectly. So I'm not looking for... Yeah, no, AVGO is pretty solid. Look at this right here. Weighted index sold off first at 11 o'clock, while NASDAQ was just starting to base off. So NASDAQ was almost the lagging indicator compared to the weighted index. Yeah, volume's low. Let me see. Alright, that should be better. Let me know, 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 let me know. So yeah, weighted index, we're gonna go with that one, the weighted index, the Apple, Microsoft, AVGO, all that, by the specifics. Yo, bro, is that any better? Let me know. Volume is not low. Joe saying, you know what it is? The volume's different depending on if you're hearing it from Discord or if you're hearing it from YouTube for some reason. I wonder if microphone volume. No, it is same input. Yeah, it's better. What's the so the ticker for the weighted index? You do need premium. Do you need premium trading view, or at least, let's see. If not premium, is it essential or plus? It might be plus. Let's see. It'll say what you get. No, where is it? Custom time frames. It'd be like custom tickers. Chart based on custom. Oh yeah, charts based on custom formulas right here. So you do need premium. However, you could try and see if you just look up Microsoft plus Apple plus Amazon plus, we'll do Meta. I love Meta plus Nvidia. And then if you do want AVGO plus AVGO. And now, don't click any of these, because this is just AVGO. When you have it all typed in here, on TradingView, this is when you just hit enter, and it'll pull it up for you. So see if that works, because it's a custom ticker, but it's not weighted like the other one I was just using before. So you can let me know if that works. What's up, Discord? Good morning, everybody. Adonis, Anka, good morning. Ozzy, what's up? Mike, Desi, Doug, good morning, everybody. E. Marcel, Fatland, good morning. Hope you're all doing well today. Let's take a look at what's sort of moving the market right now. Any high-impact news? RPT, top alert. Chinese state oil majors suspend seaborne Russian oil purchases due to concerns about Western sanctions. Wonder how that's affecting oil right now. Oil had a little bit of a spike. Thank goodness, oil trying to get back above that $60 range. I mean, this has been horrible price action on oil myself. I haven't been trading it. Last year, I loved oil. Like, if you were like, yo, what do you trade? I'd be like, yo, ES, NQ, oil, sometimes gold. This year, flipped that. Loving gold this year, not liking oil. And I found it's due to the tariffs, right? There has to be some type of geopolitical or economic reason for all of our analysis for everything that's going on. And with that being said, because of all the uncertainty involved in oil, it's a bad read. It's a bad trade. What is this? Okay, GC. So look at this. Check this out on the daily, right? We've had big red days along with some volume increasing. So I want to see if we could come sweep this previous day high, hit my key level over here, this 41.96, because my supply zone is right over there, and then sell off from there for the rest of the day. That would call for a really big move during the New York session. So let's just double check, make sure that is something that's reasonable with the market. What are Lux Algo sessions here? Turn those off, that off, this off. Sessions. And just because I want to see what's cool with the sessions indicators, it sort of gives you a quick visual of how big the market move was during that session, right? So now I could see New York session, we had on this day 146 point move on gold. The following day we had about a 105 point range. So we're pretty big on the gold's range right now. So if we can open somewhere over here, I'm looking for another range of 100 something points. I'd like to find a short position here, 42.18. And if we were looking for that equal move right here, where it's like 140, 150 points, that would bring us to this key level 40.78. That's the level I've been looking at for a little bit. You guys see I've got a key level right there. Let's take a look at gold. 4080 bearish target on market AI. It's pretty cool. So our market levels also lined up right there as well. Let's see. Let's mark out our market levels. 4080. 40, yeah, it's right there with that level. That's cool. And we're going to write market on there. That way we know what level this is. And then upside's got 4180. And that's also lining up right near my areas up here. So again, I want to see us break. Maybe if we reject previous day high and we don't get to that supply zone, I'll look for that reaction first. But I'd much rather try to be patient, especially because it's sort of forcing us to be patient here. VIX has been range bound, had a huge spike up yesterday, but has since found its way back into its range. If VIX could start moving lower from here, outside of this box, that would be super ideal on the longs. I have a question about Bookmap. What's going on, bro? What's up, Dustin? Bookmap, what tier do you recommend? I'm interested in, I would say you could start with Global. I would say Global Plus is a little unnecessary to begin, because what you're really interested in with Bookmap is going to be the heat map portion over here, which shows you the passive orders, and then the bubbles, which shows us the aggressive orders. So we could see the volume, and we could see the passive. So it sort of gives us a good read on the market. So Global is good. Global Plus comes like with all the add-ons and stuff. So there's that. Okay, cool. Yeah, Brandon, that worked for you? The Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Meta, Nvidia. Cool. Hey, what's up, Jack of all trades? Jack Frank, what's up? Garrett, Frank Peter, what's going on? Jake, hey, good morning, Jay. Howdy. Good morning, Joe, Kevin, Rob, Ryan, Siva, Steven, Vinny, Adrian. Yo, Adrian. Guys, how's the market not open yet? 9:24. I feel like I've been rambling forever. Really waiting on this area. Because you know what it is, guys, too? You got to think about it this way. A lot of people who don't have any zones or anything marked out at all, just sort of trading price action, they might be too zoomed in. Oh, gold's back bullish again. We just took out this high. Now I gotta find a fair value gap to go long on, and blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, we have a resistance point. We just had a major sell-off. So I'd much rather be interested in being patient for a short position, trading this current shorter term trend. NASDAQ, where we at? Alright, so we are going to be opening below those gap fill and midnight opening price levels. Market's open in about 5 minutes. It's actually going to be pretty close. We could take a look at, let's see, one sec. Take a look at Edgeful for a moment, just to see what's going on stat-wise on the gap fill on NASDAQ. NQ, gap fill, and then we see current gaps, that's ES, NQ. Current gap size 0.15%. If we go to gap fill by size, let's see. Alright, guys, give me like 5 minutes. Let's walk the dog, let the dog out real quick, and then we'll hit the markets before markets open. All right, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? All right, markets are doing nothing. I'm glad we were joking about gold because it's exactly what it's trying to do. Mess around all those people thinking they should go long. Whew. So Nasdaq filled its gap, unfortunately. I wanted to see it sell off before then, and then hit the gap. But we did not get that. But I'm still looking for this demand zone. We haven't hit targets on gold yet. Previous day high. 15-minute, 30-minute. Only way I'm taking a short on gold before it hits my area that I want to enter is if like a 15-minute or 30-minute or even an hourly give me a basing candle to the downside. It's the only way I'm going short on gold before my entry price. Nas trying to make its way to that midnight open. Good morning, everybody. Let's see. What's going on? Good morning, guys. Happy, what's today? Thursday. Let me know what you guys are trading this morning, this week. Are you guys green on the week? Red on the week? What have you guys been trading? Yo, Adrian, bro, what are you trading lately, man? I know you said you were looking into futures. Nas trying to make its way higher. We do have a big passive seller sitting here at the 25,059. But I think, yeah, I was going to say, I think they're going to pull that. That didn't look real. I'm sorry, 25,089 is that upside target over there. I'll see if we could just sort of keep going to the buy side here. Possible pullback entry around this low volume node 49.50-ish. Take a look at ES too. ES filled its gap and hit its midnight opening retracement. Oh, actually. Yeah, it did. On the first candle. Let's do a quick markup of ES because we are above a broken supply. And look, that's the zone I wanted us to come back to a few days ago. We were trading over here and I said look for a pullback down to here. Delete. 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 This support held, amazing. Delete. We're within the previous day's range. Our weighted index is bullish. Possible long on NQ. Like I said, on that pullback to like 50. And stop loss around like 30 maybe? Let's see. Weighted index taking a little bit of a hit here. Nvidia's above 180, trying to reject it. It's sort of dancing on it right now. Not sure if it wants to use it as support or resistance just yet. Meta new high of day. Microsoft new low of day. Yeah. Looking for possible. Look at VIX though. VIX is dropping like it's hot, and that's what I was looking for. So I will look to see if NQ wants to possibly pull back towards that gap fill. This is the trade setup I'm looking for on NASDAQ today. Just be careful though, very volatile. These 5-minute candles we've had so far, about 50 points a pop. This is crazy moves. So let's see if we could continue higher here. And then on the next 5-minute, pull back into this 25,050 area, and then take that long on NQ. But if we end up failing that area right now, then we don't have a trade yet. Still waiting on gold. It's another one that we're waiting on. How do you know if it looks like it would pull back? Well, it's going to depend, right? So what I like to look for is I'll look for those passive sellers, or I'll look to see if an aggressive seller steps in. But I don't just look for it anywhere. I like to look for it like at my zones. So like if I'm coming into a supply zone on gold, I'll look to see if we have a new passive seller forming there, or I'll look to see if we could get a big buy bubble that doesn't bring us anywhere. If we could get a big buy bubble and we stall out, that means the seller was absorbing all those buyers and they might end up trapped in the market for a reversal. So that's another thing we like to try to look for with Bookmap. Right now, though, I'd be looking for the reason I say I'm looking for a pullback to go along is because I see the buying volume stepping in here, right? We haven't seen anything but buying so far on NQ this morning. I'll let you guys know when I take this. Stop loss is going to be 35. 36. All right, let's see, guys. Let's see. So look, also another thing that I look for, I'm looking for continuation. Cause look how strong these first few candles were. So if we can get a little bit of a wick here, push lower into this area, that's where I'm taking NQ. Especially because we also have VIX trying to drop out of that zone I was mentioning. The only issue is the weighted index is a little weak right here, but it is still holding VWAP. It's within its previous day's range. But yeah, we might not get the pullback. I think somebody asked on YouTube, you know, how do you know? Oh, where's my mouse? There it is. How do you know if it looks like it will be pulled? Oh, be pulled like these orders. Oh, because, well, this one right here on Bookmap, it was like 808 lots, right? And it just came out of nowhere, like right over here. Formed at 934 when price was getting close. And a lot of times when they form very recently, they're spoofs because they're looking to scare people. They're looking to make people who aren't using Bookmap, they're using like level 2 or time in sales to go, oh wow, look at all the sellers at 25060. I gotta sell there. Then as soon as we get there, they hit sell, but they pull their orders, and then we continue right through. $25,060 would be a nice pullback area, but I really wanted $25,050. Might not get it. Let's see. Gold chopping around. We're going to leave gold alone. Only way I'm taking gold, like I said before, is if the hourly or a higher time frame sort of lines up as a reversal. Equity's taking a little bit of a hit. It's illegal for spoof orders, but you gotta remember there's always going to be ways around anything for anybody, unfortunately, nowadays. So they could say that they were adjusting their position. They could claim anything they want, right? They could misinput. No, but yeah. All right, let's see. Here's that 60. I almost want to try it here off 60. Well, let's just wait 1 sec. Yeah, let's see. Try one. Nah. Let's see. I wanted the low volume shelf. Which is down here 50, not 60. Even though 60 was that resistance, now looking like it's trying to become support. So we could try to take one here off of 60, stop loss at 56. Like 53. But let's just see. So now I'd like to see us hold this area. I'm in one long on NQ right now. Stop loss at 54.75. It might be one of those trades where we just go stop right out, and I'll just re-enter down here at a better price, that 50 that I originally wanted. But if not, I would like to see this hold bullish here on NQ. We have our midnight opening price right above us, too. There we go. Nice. Nice, guys. Here we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Pop, pop, pop. Here's 85s. There's our midnight opening price. VIX dropping lower still, too. That's good for confidence. There we go, Naz. Let's run it, man. Let's just keep going. 25-100 next level. Hope you guys are in this with me. We'll see, we'll see.
I was until it popped and took my take profit stop out before I could move it.
Oh, man. Amazon's flying right now. Flew $1, and it's still going. That's helping NASDAQ right now. Let's go. Thank you, Amazon. This is all Amazon's doing. Look at Amazon. And Meta. Look at this. Look at that. Yo, Amazon's up $2 in the past, like, 5 minutes. This is amazing. Great trade. Just keep buying on our way up. No, I'm just kidding. Yo, Brandon, you win this? Dustin, you win this? Discord, you win this? I have a 25k eval. I've been trading MGC. I'm thinking a bigger account to trade gold. It's good. No, you're good to trade MGC. That's smart. Meta flying still. We might get another pop here. I wouldn't buy this high, but... my goodness. But yeah, 25k, okay, that's okay, because it's got like a $1,500 trail stop. I do usually tell people, maybe go with the 50k, gives you a little bit more buffer. Wow, NASDAQ, keep going, man. Keep going. I almost want to get out here, because I do see the seller trying to step in on NASDAQ, but it doesn't look like they're doing much. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna get out there. I'm out right here. Tell you why. Amazon took a hit. Meta just popped. Microsoft just popped. Nvidia just popped, though. So I got out up here. I'll look for a possible re-entry, maybe off 100. I'm not really into options yet. Don't have the. That's all right. Listen, I'm in futures. We're doing futures right now. Just took some NQ longs, just in one con. Looking for gold to make its way towards that supply. I'm gonna add an alert there, 4213. I'm actually gonna add it down here at 4196, just so I'm aware of it before it happens. All right, here's that 25 100. Yeah, big pullback on Amazon there. Great exit so far. VIX still dropping, which sort of makes me want to re-enter here. But let's see. We didn't really get a big volume there, so I'm going to stay patient for 1 second. If we could start moving higher again, I'm going to take a long stop loss right below this low we just made. Don't get futures either. Alright, listen, man. It's all technicals and fundamental analysis, right? I'm going to try one more long here on NQ with the momentum we have. Like I said, I wanted to go long here, stop at the low we just made. Look, another big 1200 order, but it's mainly one position. They could cancel it in one button. So I want to see us flip this. Like the levels we've been seeing today. We've been making weird levels like this. Oh, wow, they're not pulling this one. They're filling this one. That's crazy. We might squeeze here. Bro, a great re-entry. Oh my goodness. Staying patient here. Another new high on NASDAQ. Definitely starting to find a little weakness here. Google new high a day. Meta near new high a day. I'm not too concerned. That was our weighted index look. Weighted index new high a day and flying. We'll stay patient. Market level target was 25,200. Boom! Go NASDAQ. Go, baby. Prince. Alright, here comes that dip to 110 again. I want to see us create a higher low here. If we don't, I'm going to get out down over here for a small loss. My entry's 104. Stop loss is going to be 96. 8-point stop loss in this wild range we have right now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good stuff, good stuff. Weighted index still popping. VIX is dropping like it's hot. Let's go Bulls. Let's go Bulls. Yes, sir. That's how we run it, man. That's it. That's it. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Is you fucking crazy? Yeah. Let's see. Boom. Pop. I don't really have supply till 25/3/22. Wow, huge, guys, huge. Keep going, Naz. Keep going, man. Equity's popping right now. Popping. Okay. All right. Sure. We could just go right up. That's okay. Ain't no complaints. Keep going. I gotta get out near this 25 150. This is crazy, guys. Wow. Okay, Nvidia new high a day is flying. Meta new high a day is flying. Google new high a day flying. We should probably even go even higher here on Nasdaq. Wow, this is crazy, guys. Great price action that we're in the whole thing. Thanks to Market AI. I'm just kidding. Well, yes and no. I mean, yes, because it's what we used this morning to find our levels and bias. So yeah, that's huge help right there. Wow, another banger trade right here, guys. Oh my goodness. I'm still in from 25,105, stop loss 96, 9-point stop loss, and we are about 55 points in the money right now on Nasdaq, and it's still going. I'm getting out here. Amazing trade. Good stuff. Guys, hope you guys are banking on that with me. The reason I got out is because I do have a blue zone here. This is a little bit of a key area, and I also saw we're starting to get weak. We had a low volume here on our session volume profile, too. Amazingness, guys. Yo, good morning, SP Row. Good morning, Rob, Ryan, Vinny. What's up? What's up? What's up, Greg, Garrett, Victoria? Good morning, Victoria. B Home Run. What's going on, man? Good morning. Hope you're all doing well, guys. Happy Thursday. Look at this. Now, again, same situation where it looks like we're getting ready to fly again. Just buy and hold today. Oh my goodness. Yo, this was original trade, right? Gold chopping around. We were right to trade Nasdaq today, right? Our morning analysis, our morning prep helps us see which ones will trend and which ones will fail. Hey, good morning. Good morning. It's only 9:52, so markets are really just getting started right here. See gold, 30-minute basing to the upside, hourly, just chopping around. We have 7 minutes for the 15-minute to close. This low volume shelf we hit up here on Nasdaq is the reason I got out of these longs. Final exit, and definitely done for the day on that, on the futures account for sure. If anything, I'll probably wait to see if gold wants to give us that setup off supply. And I might take a put on gold. Because, yo, options on gold when we have these crazy moves? Gotta show you guys. If I'm looking for, right, a short position up here in this 15-minute supply, this lines up right near 392 on gold, right? 392. Call for a, is it 392? Let's see. Like the beginning of this New York session. Yeah, 386, 386. So if we pull up the 386 on gold, right, which is pretty possible at this point, and these puts, the 378s that are pretty close to in the money right now, become way far out of the money, and we start selling off, the delta's going to fly in our favor. I might look for a swing trade on that. Let's see. Guys, I'd love your feedback on the Market AI tool. I've been using it for quite some time now with the pre-market preps, with some live streams, with some like market breakdown videos. I absolutely love it. I think it's a very simple and easy way to read what's going on in the market. You could have a favorites watch list over here. You could add whatever it is you want to look at. And when you click it, it changes that whole home screen for you. So like right now, if I'm on NASDAQ, it'll tell me upcoming catalysts for NASDAQ, including like US inflation data, any upcoming events, what's impacting it right now. Let's see. I'm surprised it hasn't updated to a more bullish sentiment. They also just added the live news. They updated, they had all and they had popular, but now they have high impact too. 1 minute ago, LSEG shares soar. LSEG. LSEG. London Stock Exchange. Oh, big gap up on London Stock Exchange. There we go, gold. Come on, gold, get up there. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. What are you doing? Get out of there. It's not a holding spot.
I love the market tools, Kevin.
Yeah, alright, cool.
I love all the AI tools you use. Honestly, I think it gives the rest of us who don't have subscriptions to them a much deeper insight combined with, what you're seeing,
Yep.
because it's just an extra layer of confluence, honestly.
Exactly, exactly. Bro, NASDAQ continuing higher. Can you take me higher? Yo, Brandon, if you're still on the live stream, if you're still in the trade, let it play out, man. If you want to hit $1,000 day, helping a buddy of mine, Brandon, with an eval, he's funded. It's like, what should my goal be, like risk reward wise and stuff? Not risk reward wise, but like profits per day to sort of stay away from that whole 30% rule, right? Because a lot of people are always scared of the 30% rule. Don't be scared of the 30% rule. It's 30% of your total P&L over the 8 trading days. Shouldn't really be a worry. If you make, let's see, if you make 10,000 in the 8 trading days, you shouldn't have more than $3,000 in one day. That makes sense to me. Even if it wasn't a rule, it makes sense to me consistency wise. Let's see, gold, trying its best. Gold might be another no trade day today if it doesn't hit that supply. Yo, yes, sir. Yeah, it's up to you, bro. Up to you for sure. Like, if you want to see if you could get it to 1,000, go for it. But if you're out of the trade already, I would not overtrade. I'd lock in that 7 and be done for the day. What you can do too is you could like maybe get a new eval, and once you hit that daily goal, you go trade on your other account. That way you don't feel the FOMO and you give your money back to the market. You say, okay, boom, I hit my profit target. The orb hit. Let's go, Ozzy. Yo, what's up, Ricardo? You in here, bro? I don't think he's in here right now. Another day, another one and done on my eval. There we go. Everybody's eating right now. I love it. These are good market conditions, guys. Finally flipping around. Yeah, exactly, bro. Because trading's all psychology, right? So when we're given the opportunity to be able to trade multiple accounts, like with Apex, then let's take advantage of it, right? And then at some point, you get a copy trader like Trade Syncer, and you could connect all of your accounts. You trade on one, and it'll automatically copy on the others, and you just start building from there. Apex guy is running a major sale right now. I'm glad since we're talking about it. Apex Trader. 80% off evals plus $85 for the funded fee. Very great. 5 days left on it, so you got some time. Some people ask, which account should I get? Don't do wealth charts. Don't do Rhythmic. I'd definitely suggest going with TradeOvate first because you are able to integrate TradeOvate into TradingView and trade right on TradingView. So very helpful, very easy there. As for account size to start with, 25K is okay, but your profit target and trailing threshold is only 1,500, so it's very easy to get washed on it, unless you're really only risking like 100, 150 bucks a trade. 50K account, trailing threshold's 2,500, still wouldn't really look to risk more than 200 per trade. Don't know why I don't more. Bro, Dustin, I know, right? We'll get it going. We'll see. We'll see. I'm doing some more work with Market. We'll see what's going on. I want to see if I get some more shows going over there. That's where we'll start picking up viewers, promoting and everything. But that'll be dope. But yeah, Apex running a big sale. If anybody ever tells you Apex doesn't pay out, you can just sort of laugh in their face and tell them to go to their website. They paid out over $589 million since 2022. That's a monthly average of $15 million in payouts. Where are they getting this money? Your pockets. They, guys, also, by the way, we're starting to reject NQ in that zone, but so good exit. They make probably anywhere between 20, 30, even possibly 40 million a month. So it's crazy. TikTok makes shorts and promote your... Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a good idea. I know, like, clip it from the YouTube. Yeah. Oh, I should have clipped that NASDAQ trade before. That would have been money. I know some people who's got like communities and stuff, they hire like editors and clippers, producers. I'd love that. But Bullish Bears ain't mine, and Lucian doesn't want to do all that. So it is what it is. Guys, great rejection here in this blue zone. Nice. Good job, Adonis. 400 on the day. You're killing it, bro. Killing it. Bunch of consistent $700 days. Now you got 4 on the day. Good work. Good work, everybody. I'd be patient on gold still. Definitely glad we're out of NASDAQ. Look at the 15 minute. 15 minute would still keep me bullish, right? So look, 5 minute, people are thinking, oh, we're starting to reverse. We're starting to pull back. No, we're not starting to reverse. Look at the volume we've had. Volume's weak right now. This is profit taking. And guess what? We have a fair value gap right here. That's support right under us. Don't go short now. We're trying to find support. Gold doing a whole lot of nothing too. Gold sort of reflecting the NASDAQ price action, right? How it's, oh no, it's not. It's choppier. Yeah, if you guys ever want to, show some support, show some love, share one of my social media posts or something to your story and be like, hey, join this community. These guys are great, or this guy's awesome. Whatever I don't care. You guys don't have to. But I do post, so as you guys know, I post daily market videos, like 30-second videos, run down what's going on in the economy. Now I'm also going to be posting in the mornings a little chart. Let's see if I can pull it up. Let's see. Trading with Kev. That's not me. No way Trading with Kev doesn't pull up my Instagram right away. That's crazy. I need a better name. Pretty sure. You just look up my name though. Yeah. Oh, this is what I'm starting to post. Oh, it's not gonna let me see it? Oh, that's good. But they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. I'll do one a day. Gold sells off 6-7% from record highs, a larger single day decline. But in these photos, I have. I'll show you if I can pull it up. But yeah, just like post to your story. Hey, go follow this guy. I'd like to hit 10,000 followers by December. That would be nice. Because the more following I get too, the more of an opportunity I'll get to be able to do these streams and stuff for you guys for free, which will then also help build a bigger audience because it'd be for free. So we'll see. Everything's in progress. Everything's turning. Yo, have a great day, Adonis, man. Kill it at the gym. There we go, NASDAQ on the continuation. Like I said, this is not a sell-off. This was just a pullback. You know what it is too? A lot of people who promote like on TikTok and shit, they're like, oh, boom, banger trade. Oh, make money right now. Blah, 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 blah. I'm more on the like, let me teach you side. I'm a lot more humble than that. And as much as it sucks, nobody comes for that. Humble. It's the real traders like you guys that want to actually learn how to trade that come for it. And that's what's up.
Speaking of which, Kevin, I took your feedback from yesterday. I modified my charts specifically for equities. My one mistake this morning was not extending my profit target. Again, scalper at heart, but I'm gonna now set it in the morning to 90 to 100 ticks, and that way I can just manually flatten. Because especially when we saw that bull hammer candle on the VIX, and
Right.
Nvidia started pumping, it was really foolish of me to just try to scalp that. Obviously, I still got 35 points, but I'm taking your feedback to heart there, so I'm gonna change my style a bit.
All right, cool, man. Listen, change it up a little bit, tweak it. journal how you're tweaking it so you don't make a big change and forget what exactly you did. That way, let's say you're 3 or 4 little tweaks in, and all of a sudden your strategy's like missing. Well, then you could sort of go back, look at those recent journals, and say, okay, well, what have I changed over time? Let me go back to tweak number 2 and do those settings again and that setup again.
Yeah, it is situational, but on days like today, like we had that bearish hammer and all the stars sort of aligned for a huge pullback. On days like that, I'm gonna change my mentality and be like, okay, now we're not on scalping mode, now we're on long trade mode.
Cool. The remix to ignition. Let's see. Equities are pulling back. Meta at key level 740 right now, hitting some resistance. Take a look at equities, guys. Meta sort of topping out right here. Google has been pulling back already. So is Microsoft. So is Apple. Amazon's taking a big hit. Remember, Amazon was the one that helped us fly earlier. Really helped pay for the market. So that was a nice move. And now it's retracing that whole move right now. So I would be a little careful. The after party. Let's see. Alright, so there's that dip into the fair value gap, and it looks like we're creating a bull flag, right? Where we're sort of flagging out right here to here for a possible move. Let's see, options, QQQ. 0 day, of course. No, I'm just kidding. Where are we at on NASDAQ? What I'd like to know, QQQ. 608, where's my target? About 610, so I could do the 610 calls, 611 calls. 610 calls are fine. So cheap. Get NASDAQ back up here. Let's see what's cooking. See if we get a possible long entry down here on NASDAQ. Check our volume profile. I haven't checked that in a little while. Low volume shelf right here. So I actually do want to see if we come back to this area right over there. And that's right below the fair value gap. I got a lot of shit on my screen. I want to delete some of this stuff. We're tweaking. I'm tweaking. Let's see. There we go. We did hit this low volume shelf right there. I'll see how we want to hold here. If we want to hold here. Delete this one for a second. Or move it over, I should say. If we could start to hold, this is the trade I'd look for on NQ. But it's looking sort of weak right now, so I'd be patient. A big bid just came in, but 50 seconds left. I'd much rather even let it close. Markets gave us guap before. We ain't giving it back. Plus, gold's finally trying to get to that previous day high in market level. Whoop, whoop. I'm at 2,400, almost 2,400 followers on Instagram. Is that 16, 1,700 a couple months ago? Get there slow and steady. I gotta do some funny stuff. Something funny. That's what gets followers. You know what I was thinking of doing? You guys know how there used to be a trend back in the day to like do the knife in between your fingers, like between one finger to the next finger and stuff. I was thinking of doing that while I'm reporting on the market. How funny would that be? Because it's engaging. People would be watching. They want to see if I'm going to stab my hand. Glad I didn't take anything yet. Waited, low volume shelf near that 25-100. 25-90. 25-0-90. Let's see. If we could find some strong buying down here, that would be great. Because then I'm definitely taking the longs or calls. I also want to point out the 15-minute time frame. Created this basing candle right here for a demand zone. And I do not want to see price returns to that today. Alright, let's see drum roll, please. I'm not long yet. We didn't hit it yet. Below 100. I want to see us below 25-100. Briefly. Make you do... Oh, buyers, hello. Just waiting. Initial balance forms in about 18 minutes, and it is looking like it's trying to form bullish. Here we go. I'm not long yet. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Discord. Good morning, everybody. Back to the bookmap question. Do you think I should get bookmap over TradingView Premium Footprint Chart? I heard you need to buy Pro for tick. Yeah. So you might. So you need bookmap. You need TradingView Premium for the footprint chart, but bookmap. You know, they both give volume information, just sort of displayed differently. I'd probably say bookmap first. Really is to each his own. I know there's somebody I was mentoring and he started with TradingView because it's just easier to sort of upgrade TradingView than it is to upgrade and get started with bookmap, and then you have to buy the data for bookmap and everything. So he just started with that. That's one way you can do it. Staying patient myself here on, well, everything. Look how choppy gold is right now. New York session opened and it's been a barcode. What just happened? It's not what I meant to do. Bro, I'm hungry, man. Nobody's liking the Netflix post? Alright, I knew I should have posted Tesla. Yo, we did not hit our entry, man. We were so close. So close. I'd stay far away from gold. We could see if we could close green outside of this fair value gap. We got 10 seconds left. If we close within the fair value gap, then I'm still going to wait for this area. Yo, it's going to close on it. I hate you, market. Nah, it closed within it. It closed within it. We're going to wait for a second. So now what I'm looking for is a quick sweep of this recent 5-minute low, and as soon as we start to reverse, I'm taking the long with the stop at the low we just made. It might continue though, because this green close, sometimes I like to use the green closes as my entry signals. Like, I won't take the long until we have a green close from my zone. So, like, sometimes this could be a trade setup, but that would have my stop loss at where I want my entry to be. So that contradicts itself. That's not a confluence, it's a contradiction. So we don't want to take that right now. And if it continues without us, so be it, right? We already caught this first leg like crazy. How's our weighted index looking? Still bullish. Here we go. Let's see. VIX is pushing higher. Be a little careful on that. I'm not in anything yet. Equities are still sort of sideways. I don't want to grab a long here just yet. That could have been our retest. We are wicking into this area. But that wasn't my setup. I wanted to see a sweep of that 5-minute low. Here it comes. Come on, sweep that low. Boom. Do it. Just waiting. 2:10 left in this 5-minute. I need to see the sweep and reversal in the next like 30-40 seconds or we're running out of time for that trade setup. Remember, timing is everything in the market. Here's a big seller. I almost want to try it here, man. But it's not the setup I was looking for. This isn't the setup you're looking for. Some buying coming in here. Then this wasn't the setup. I hate taking it if it's not the setup. If it ain't the setup, then why are you taking it? You trying to gamble? VIX at a key level, so if NQ could also get near a key level and bounce. Great. Okay, there's that sweep of that low. Now if we could start pumping, great. At least you don't trade on FOMO. Nah, bro, never trade on FOMO. It's the destroyer of accounts. Arm in the sling, I'm gonna sip and lean, codeine. The 15-minute, sweeping into a 15-minute fair value gap right here. So we could even wait for that, right? There's so many things we could find reasons to be patient for. I'll let you guys know. If I enter, you'll hear it, because I'm going to look to trade some options. Again, same setups, guys. The setups I like to take are the ones that, hey, we're either going to react off this price level, or we're going to break it and I'll stop out quickly. So there's a 15-minute FVG. Low volume in here. Here's that 90. This is what I was looking for, guys. Let's see. Bro, part of me's like, take it. Another part of me is like, nah, that was some selling. Let's see. I'll get it. I'll take it. We'll take it. We'll try it here. Stop if we just start selling off like crazy. But I am long QQQ calls. If it stops me out, it stops me out. I really don't care. It's okay. Weighted index getting a little weak, so that is a little bit of a concern. Might be a quick stop out if anything, but let's just be patient here. Yeah, equities are weak. That's a red flag. I almost wanna hedge this with futures. But I'm gonna stay patient here. This is the low volume shelf I've been looking for. This 86, 89 area. I want to see us back above 25,105. That will seal my my confidence in these longs as if we could get back above 25,106. There's 25,106, 25,107, 25,108, 25,110, 25,114. There's that break. Like to see it. Good. Give me some confidence. Now VIX retested this level to try to push lower. Lower high on VIX. Should try to move lower. Now that's a bearish sentiment on VIX. Bullish sentiment on ES and NQ. NASDAQ has had more relative strength today. Bro, if we could start pumping here, that'd be wild. 15-minute closes in 7.5 minutes, and look how good that's looking, guys. There we go. There we go. Undefeated, baby. Unstoppable. Nice. VIX dropping, that's great. Want to see some strength in equities. Google, a little choppy right now below VWAP. Nvidia pumping, that should help us on NASDAQ. Amazon finding a little support but chopping as well. Same with Microsoft. Same with Meta, is at that 740 key level still. Take a look. Meta's still at that key level and trying to push lower towards VWAP. Google trying to get above VWAP. Nvidia trying to move higher. Equities overall are a little bit weaker though, so we do want to be a little careful on that. Nice. Okay, here we go. All right. Bet. Okay. That's how we do. Let's see. Be careful though. Minute 20 left in this 5-minute. Boom. Okay. Let's go, guys. Amazing. Amazing. I'm in the QQQ 610 calls. I'm in the 610 calls. Right up over here. Yo, no way. I got in at 41 a contract. They're at 57 right now, 59 right now. I got 3 cons. Let's see. Pretty key level right here. Almost want to take one off, but I think I'd much rather do the whole position or nothing. 37 seconds left. We could stay patient here. Point of control is most likely higher. Please be higher. It is. Okay. We could stay patient on these longs. Remember, too, we were looking at that 15 minutes to close, which closes in 5.5 minutes, and it had a beautiful wick to the downside. 30-minute. Another one that looks like it's... Oh, okay. That's cool. That's cool. All right. Okay. All right. I don't even know what to say anymore. we just know how to trade. It's just how it is. You guys already know. You guys experience greatness. We're all here. That's amazing. Wow. That's wild, actually. I'm gonna get out up here. I feel like it'd be dumb to not. I don't know. Where's QQQ at? That was wild. 5 minute? That was nice, man. That was nice. My only issue is this blue zone we're in right now, but VIX is dropping. I'm gonna hold this for a second. You guys will hear the noise if I exit. Yeah, I'm in decent profit. I'm gonna see if we get one more pump here. I'm gonna get out. So I officially flipped the small account I put together. Let's see. I want to try to get out near 70 though. Let's see. No way. Dude, if we fly here? Yo, get out of town. I gotta get out of maybe one. I'm out of one contract. I'm holding two left. Amazing, guys. VIX is dropping. That helps show support for the buyers. I'm going to hold these last two. I want to see if they could get in the money on NQ. 610. 610 calls. Got these calls at 410 a contract. They're at 74 right now. Chopping around though near 70. I think I want to get out up here. Play it safe. I just love that VIX drop though. 240 left in this 5 minute. We could try to let the 5 minute close. If we could pump here, man, this would be clean. Especially because I would at least like to see new high a day. Nvidia with a little pullback, Google pumping, Apple pumping, Microsoft's a little tough move right there. Want to see Nvidia start flipping to the buy side. That would really help us on NQ. But right now it's just pulling back. I'll let you guys know if it does flip. Hopefully the squeeze can push us above 70, 25, 170. Right now we're really struggling to hold 160. Yeah, you see that, guys? Let's see. Probably try to get out one more little push higher. Because that big weird move right there. Oh, yo, they added a big order right there like that. Remember, the last few times today they've been adding those. We end up breaking them. No way you guys are leaving while we're printing.
I was on a call. Where'd you jump in, Kevin?
I got in some calls on NASDAQ down here. 25,089.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Give me one more move up, I'm gonna get all out. I got out of one contract at 75. Now they're at 62. It's a big pullback. Yeah, if you can push up, I'm gonna get out. Minute left. I don't like this area of resistance we're in, this blue area. But we have a minute left on the 5 minute and the 15 minute as well. So both of them are still leaning more bullish than bearish. Same with the 30 really leaning more bullish than bearish. So I could just be patient here. Markets reward the patient. Remember that. They also reward the shorts. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, and Nvidia trying to hold rest of the equities, though, did take a bit of a hit here. So if the rest of the equities can start to pull back to the upside as well, we should be able to get some continuation. Without that, then we might drop. Let's just wait and see. 17 seconds left in this 5 minute. Also 17 seconds left in the 15. I'm going to try to get out up here, because look at all these upper wicks now into this zone. Look at these sellers stepping in, man. I don't like that at all, but give me one more pop up and I'm out. Nvidia trying to pump. Here's this 140. Remember, they added this 172 up here. They've been doing that with these levels today on NASDAQ, and whenever they do that, we end up breaking it. At least so far, that's been the play today. So hopefully right here, we're trapping shorts, right? Which means we should start pushing to the upside. Equities, Microsoft pumped, Amazon's pumping, Google's pumping. Great. Meta on VWAP, trying to hold. So's at Nvidia, but struggling. Let's see. Tough point right here. Tough point right here. Really want to see us higher towards that 25,175. Good exit on the first contract, at least. Let's see. I don't like how prices, I call it dancing on this level, right? How it's sort of taken time. It's not able to break through with strength or volume yet. So a lot of times if that's the case, buyers end up failing. So let's just wait 1 second and see. Come on now. Microsoft's pumping, so's Google and Amazon. I'm gonna get out of one more right here, if it'll let me. Not letting me. Let's see. Oh, oops. I'd like to see another crazy spike like we saw before. Obviously. Wouldn't that be nice? I'm definitely going to try to get out on the next move up because now, losing a lot of faith, this could be range bound. No reason to expect a trend if we haven't gotten one yet. Well, I guess we did get one. We got a bull trend from the morning. So again, this could just be the flag. We had entry all the way down here. All the way down here. But the way equities are weak right now, I hate it. Hate it. Nvidia, big dump on Nvidia right now. But into an area of support. Same story, same song, same dance. I want to see this 37 hold. Minute 20 left. 2 minutes left in this 5 minute. Want to see it push higher here. Definitely considering getting out. Even just one more contract. Try to get out of one more right here, and I'll hold the last contract. You'll hear it if it fills. 62 is where I'm trying to get out of this. Should push through. There it is. Now I'm just holding one contract left. Yo, if it wants to pump when I'm just holding one, that's fine. I don't care. As long as it pumps. Nvidia trying to hold. Yeah, no, definitely choppy here. Let's see. Where do I need to be to lock in at 4? I think I gotta get out up there. Getting a little bit of a squeeze on the market pulse here, so hopefully we get some follow through towards that 75 level. Market level 25,200 target. There we go. Beautiful. Looking for this QQQ call to be in the money. 610. I have the 610 calls. Equities pumping for the most part. $18 seconds left. If it fails here, I'm out. If it holds here, we hold. Nice, okay. There we go. There's a new 5 minute. I'm out. I'm gonna take that right there. I'm out. Beautiful. Great trades, guys. We're like like I said, undefeated today. Amazing. Probably a big question, but can you explain order block fair value gap? I just don't understand the significance. Yo, Dustin, are you still in here, bro? My apologies, I'm just seeing that message now. Monitoring this trade. Dude, amazing.
Yeah, I hear to hear that as well, Kev. Cheers.
What's that?
I'd like to hear about the order block side of things as well.
Sure. So let's see. Now that we're out of our trades, let's go over some breakdowns. Okay, so order blocks and fair value gaps. First, let me pull up NQ. Oh, NASDAQ, don't continue. Alright, so an order block is similar to a demand zone or a supply zone. So an order block could be bullish or bearish. And basically what we look for on an order block is somewhere where price based out like this, where it sort of consolidated and then it pushed higher. Wow, that's crazy. We're still gonna go. Oh man, got out a little too soon, but that's alright. I liked those profits, man. Those were solid. Solid. Those cons are at 80. They're flying, man. They're gonna get in the money. 82. That would have been 100% return right there. I got in at 41. They just hit an ask of 82. Okay, so order block. This would be like a demand zone. So demand versus order blocks, right? You do have to know the difference between the two. They aren't that significantly different. I can't believe NASDAQ's gonna pump now. This one would be a demand zone because it's a basing, and then it has a rally and continuation. So you see how it's sort of a three-part play. We have our basing candle, rally, and then continuation. Whereas on an order block, we really just need the basing, a rally, and then we just make sure that when price returns to that area, which could be very quick, it holds. And if that's the case, that would be our order block. Demand zone the other way around, right? Where we have a big move and then continue higher without really retesting that zone. This was a very small retest. This retest, look at this. We created the order block and then we continued to go a little sideways until we rallied. So I much more rather a demand zone than an order block. So this would be like a D15 minute. Wow, it's still going. Oh my god, they're at 90 a contract. I don't think I'm still in it. No, I'm not. I definitely, as random would call it, I kittened out of the of one of them. And I did that at like 61. And now it's at 90. So that would have been another 30 in my pocket, but ain't complaining over $30, but the point of, getting started with options on a smaller scale is so you could see some consistency. I put 200 into it the beginning of, I think sometime last week, just 200 just to mess around, and now it's above 410. So just small gains, but consistency. See if you could flip a small account, put some more money into it, see if you could flip a bigger account. Let's see. So this would be an order demand zone, or if you wanted to consider it an order block, right? So either way, it's an area where price based out before we had a move in the other direction. And this, you could find this on bullish or bearish charts. A fair value gap is formed between three candles. So candle 1, 2, and then 3. And what you do is you find the upper wick of candle 1, the lower wick of candle 2, and that becomes your fair value gap right here. So this space in between, wow, new high a day NASDAQ, those calls are at 92, oh my goodness. So everything in between this area right here is an imbalance. And the reason it's considered an imbalance is because price moved so quickly from this 25.020 to 25.090 that anybody that was trying to get filled in a position, unless they hit buy market, they put a limit order out there and price just continued without them. So that leaves a whole ton of limit orders in this area, and that's the significance. Like all like limit order, limit order, limit order. So once we start hitting that area, then they start getting filled, and that's where we get our reaction. That's why the stronger reactions are the ones right off of that zone and area. Does that all make sense?
Yep, I knew it already. I just wanted to hear it again. Thanks, Kevin.
Sure thing. Bro, NASDAQ. Yo, oh man, 609. QQQ is gonna be at 609. Just blew my... Yo, I got you, Dustin. Bro, join our community, man. Bullishbrs.com. We got lifetime is pretty cheap. I told the boss, bring that up to... Told Lucian, bring it up to 1,000. He's like, nah, we want to keep it at 500. We want to stay reasonable. I'm like, alright, whatever you say. But yeah, 500 for lifetime, only $50 on a monthly. And pretty cool stuff. Let's see. Gold, whole lot of nothing today. Couldn't be any happier that we ignored gold all day today. NASDAQ wants that continuation. Just gonna buy. I'm just gonna buy. Wow. Amazing. Great job on the options. Thank you, Oz. Thank you, Oz. And would have been the same thing if you were to take longs, right? If you were to go long. Uh-oh. 1 second. But oh yeah, what I was gonna say is it would have been the same thing if you were to take NQ longs instead of calls. Right over here. This is where my entry was. This would have been a bottom tick entry on futures too. Real clean today, man. What a freaking trading day. Let me clip the whole day. Let's see, the other calls. I was also watching the other calls were around 69 each, 66. They went up to 130. $70 gain. Nah, the smaller options with more contracts was better off. I got in at 41, out at 74, 62, and 74. On this little pullback, those contracts went from 92 to 74 in a little pullback like that. That's why options, you have to be so careful and really scalp. Now, they're back below 69. So, you gotta be like in and out with options. Futures, you're able to hold because guess what? When you're in a futures down here, the theta, you don't have any of those other Greeks that sort of mess with you. It just goes. Yo, Dustin, man, happy to help, bro. Absolutely. Let's see. Whole lot of nothing going on. Technically, we're on an inside day on NASDAQ right now. So this could be a bull side target, 2589. Where was that? 25,290. 25,290. All the way up here near supply. So, just saying. I do think we have more ways to go. But equities have been sort of choppy lately. But Nas doesn't seem to care. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any other questions, please let me know. Other than that, I will be wrapping up the stream in just a moment. Hope you guys were able to bank with me today too. Definitely awesome. It is in a Word doc. There we go, flipping. I'm telling you guys, buyers are holding. Nasdaq's gonna keep going. Those 610 calls are gonna go in the money. Alright, ladies and gents, wrapping up the stream. I hope you guys all had a amazing trading day. I know a lot of you guys banked, and that's absolutely what I like to hear. If you did well, drop a screenshot of that P&L. I want to see how good you guys are doing lately. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Now, because price action's been pretty decent, right? Especially today on NASDAQ, maybe we might end up flipping back to gold. So we'll see if maybe gold wants to give us a setup off of that supply zone that we've been waiting for 2 days now. There goes NASDAQ on another gun trying to run higher. Guys, I will see you all tomorrow. Take care.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
Absolutely. Peace. And YouTube, you guys follow me on Instagram, is @tradingwithkev. I post 2 posts a day, where one is an image going over whatever stock is trending or moving in the markets, and also I go over sort of just market analysis, right? So what's moving in the markets? Is gold moving higher? Is NASDAQ dropping? Is the VIX spiking, etc.? Alright guys, hit that like. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be live on YouTube tomorrow, starting next week again.